All right, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Advanblack, and we're so thankful that you keep tuning in. This is day 2 of Daytona Bike Week. We are here in Ormond Beach. We are just southeast of the destination Daytona. We are getting ready to go to the Broken Spoke Saloon. It is crazy. There are bikes everywhere. There are people everywhere in every establishment that you can see as far as the eye can see. You can even go up to somebody's house, knock on the door, and ask if you can park. They are willing to open up their homes, their parking lots, their driveways, just to make space for us. I can't imagine the amount of tourism dollars that are brought in during this week. So let's continue the journey. Follow us. Check out this Harley. This place is the Broken Spoke Saloon. They've got trees decorated with lights and motorcycles. Now, where in the world are you gonna see that? Let's go on and check it out. Alrighty, we here at Southern Country Customs, where they build some of the baddest bikes. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at each one of these bikes. This first one is Rusty Wallace's Godzilla. Look at that fat tire conversion, tons of carbon fiber, tons of audio. These things have been built to the hilt. Lots of street glides and road glides. Wow, this thing, Pro Charger. I have not seen one set up like this. Diamond cut engine fins, everything. The detail is custom gauges. Those of you that know me know that this is my bike. This is my color, orange. What a great build. Custom derby covers, timing covers, even the fuel cap. Great paintwork. These guys do some awesome, what a nice job they've done, even with the honeycomb. They brought the honeycomb, tied it all the way even into the wheel. Again, it's all about the details. The details in the paint, detail in this chin spoiler where they've integrated in their driving light. So clean. Yeah. All right, this is a 23 fat tire road glide called Mamacita. 130 cubic inch Pro Touring engine. Gotta love these bag lids with the 8-inch speakers. All right, I'm here at Southern Country Customs with Steven. This guy has got an amazing bike right here in front of us. Tell us a little bit about the bike. Tell us a little bit about your company. What do you want your listeners to know about?
Well, in general, Southern Country Customs has been in business for right at 5 years. We built 117 motorcycles. I like to consider our bikes really, really super high class. We build the Ferrari version of what our industry does. Our bikes are really fast. We specialize in big horsepower builds, a lot of carbon fiber, lightweight, high performance stuff. You know, if you're familiar with us, we're good NASCAR dudes. So we like our stuff to have a lot of show and big time go. So this is our 5th trip here to Bike Week here at the Broken Spoke, and this is our big deal. We sell a lot of motorcycles here and take a bunch of orders, and that kind of runs us into Sturgis.
Wonderful. How did you get started? Like, what got you into the passion of motorcycles?
Well, in all honesty, man, we've always raced cars my whole life up until 5 years ago. And we always tinker with motorcycles. Just to be honest with you, I'm 37. I raced for 26 years of my life since I was a kid, and it was just time to do something different. I got a little girl now, and just real passionate about the bike stuff. It's the same philosophy and the same mentality of making these things handle and go fast, just like our NASCAR stuff was. It's just 2 wheels versus 4, you know.
So are you the original generation, or was dad a generation before you?
Well, my dad's Rusty Wallace, NASCAR Hall of Famer, Winston Cup champion. So you're pretty familiar with racing. You're familiar with us and our family. So
I just want to make sure our listeners know.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to remind people. And
right.
We're hardcore about it, and we love motorcycles and love Daytona Bike Week, and sure as hell love Advanblack. We use all your speaker lids on our bikes, and the fit and finish, the quality, the fitment. You're not having to grind and sand stuff, man. They fit our beautiful 8-inch speakers in it, loud audio, and it seals the bag really good. The customers love them. They're cool.
Yeah. So what I really appreciate is the build, the intentionality, the detail,
Yep.
and it's not just go fast. It sounds good too.
Oh yeah, not for sure, man. They're 139 cubic inch engine. This bike here has got S&S engine cases. With a little hot sauce to it, makes them right about 220 horsepower and about 230 torque. So, but on regular, hanging out, having fun, she's pretty sporty too. About 172 torque, 168 horsepower. So it can go either way with just a turn of a bottle. But we like them. They're a lot of fun. This one's mine. That's not the average build we do. It's pretty radical, but we've learned a lot. I use this bike for development for our customer stuff because we build these pretty gargantuan motors with T-Man performance, and I break stuff intentionally to build it, to make it stronger. All our clutches and primaries, compensators, swing arms, all our stuff. So I'm kind of the test dummy for our company to ensure these things are just barbaric and can withstand anything.
And you look to be all in one piece. Any accidents?
Man, I've broke about every damn bone in my body racing cars, but no. I take this stuff serious, and I know the dangers of it, for sure, absolutely do. But I ride them just as hard as I can, and haven't had one yet. But I'm smart about it. Say it like that.
We're all smart about it until that other person, right?
Well, you just got to outrun them and stay in front of them.
That is it. Outrun them and stay in front of them.
Yep.
That's probably your life motto.
That is my life motto. You get in the back of the pack. That's where all the squirrels are at. You got to stay up front.
I love it, man. So I did not walk around the other side. Are you running a chain conversion on this?
Yeah, yep. So this bike's got a big 2-inch extended billet swing arm on, chain drive. We use Evolution Industries billet comp and clutch in it. It's a T-Man Performance 139 cubic inch engine. It's got the new S&S engine cases in it. It's got a Baker grudge box. Man, we really stand behind Baker and Burt Baker's stuff tremendously. Just because you add all this power to these things, and people can argue with you all the time, but I'm a racer. Stock gears are that big, Baker gears are that big, so it's just kind of common sense to me. It's got what else it's got on it?
Do you say no replacement for displacement? Is that part of it?
Exactly. It's got It's got kind of auto shift set up to where I don't ever have to use the clutch. I can just hold the throttle wide open and hit the shift. It knocks the timing out of the motor, and the thing's just an animal. It's got all carbon fiber wheels on it.
So talk about these brake ducting.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you, and if we talk about me kind of testing these things and running them really hard, we've got the Tail of the Dragon that's not too far away from our house, about 2.5 hours up the street, and I went up there with even .5 brake fluid in it, and I almost went off the hill because I was boiling the brake fluid. So it got my attention, and I run them hard but safe still, but the brakes get hot, so we run those brake coolers on it, and good castor oil, brake fluid like we run in NASCAR cars, get the boiling temperature down. So That's really cleaned it up, and I haven't had a problem since it. So that's a big kind of beneficial deal. One other cool thing we do is these engine fans. They're all brushless motors that we run on the fronts of our NASCAR cars to cool the brakes off. So it really shoots a lot of air across the cylinders in traffic. So it's sucking it here and it's shooting it out the other side of it. So we got a lot of cool little things we do just based on what I've known in my past.
And that's what I was gonna say, your experience, right? You've had experience, so you've got the knowledge, and then how do you apply it to two wheels?
Well, exactly, and I'm not cocky, but I've built 117 motorcycles, and I've driven every one of them. I've welded the necks on them all. We've built the motors on them all. We've done it all. So we've built anything from this style of race bike to a big, heavy 23 fatty to 30-inch wheels to these bikes, all different types of bikes. You name it, we built it. So I know a little about what I'm talking about with how this stuff works and how it operates. So it's been a fun venture for sure. One other thing I'd like to point out, all of our motorcycles are constructed with 12-point ARP stainless steel bolts. They're all throughout the bike, everything. The only wrenches you need for my bike is a 5/16 12-point, 3/8 12-point, and that's it. You can build a whole motorcycle with it. So it's pretty damn cool. But even behind us, these are some really, really cool bikes too. We brought 4 inventory bikes for sale that, by the way, have all Advanblack speaker lids on them. And so we got Purple Rain, Mamacita. We got a brand new 2024 with carbon wheels and a little kind of performance-y road glide. So, but we also delivered some motorcycles to some customers down here that we built here this off season. So it's been a good week so far. We've taken 3 orders. This is only day 2, so. Last year, I believe we sold 7. We sold 7 bikes I built, 4 here to sell, and we took like 16 orders, and that got me into August in Sturgis. So we work 7 days a week, I'll say that.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
We want to say congratulations, man. Quality product. You guys are doing it right. I mean, this rig that you're pulling.
If you got a second, I'd just like to walk you over here.
Yeah. So, Steven, why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit what it says right here on the side of this? What's that mean?
So this is a really, really big deal to me, and we're the only one in the industry that I'm aware of that does this at all. So we sell these beautiful, high-end, super expensive motorcycles, but they're expensive because they're high-end bikes. And with that being said, when you buy a bike from me, I don't lose your number. I've got a customer service support trailer that goes to every rally. So if you leave here and you accidentally drop your bike in traffic, or man, I messed up and did a burnout last night and then broke the chain or the belt, whatever you call it. Just an honest mistake. As long as you don't get hurt, I can have you back on the road the next morning. Let's go in here and take a look at it. So in here we carry spare engines, spare transmissions. We have welders. We have all our spare exhaust pipes. We have all the equipment to fix inner primaries, push bearings out, pretty much fabricate, fix anything you want. If you don't believe me about the spare engine part, this is a brand new 114-inch motor with a 475 camshaft in it, ready to go on your bike. In the other trailer, it houses a big 130-inch motor and spare Baker grudge boxes and stuff like that. So we take the service after the sale thing to a whole nother level, because these things are important. They cost a lot of money, and hell, man, they're hot rods, so they always need a little tuning here and there sometimes. But that's what separates Southern Country Customs from everybody else, is that service after the sale. You got a problem at these rallies, bring it to me, I'll fix it for you.
And where are we located?
We are located at the Broken Spoke Saloon, Ormond Beach on Highway US 1. It's a hell of a place. It's so much fun at night, during the day. Got really good bands at night. So it's not only are we here working, but it's a fun atmosphere. It's a lot of cool, and it's really cool to see everybody smile at the work we've been doing, because it's sometimes it gets pretty intense. You work so damn much, you just want to show people what you've done a little bit. So,
right. So
it's
sit
cool.
back, and so you can see if people appreciate your work.
You can, man, and I'm telling you, when you work all winter, like I was telling somebody the other day, hell, I work 82 days straight. Some people don't believe me. I don't care if you do or not, but there are only 2, 3 guys that shop to build these things. We built 117 of them. It's a big effort to do it. So, to get down here and everybody kind of see it and appreciate it is cool.
That's good. I'm glad you get to kick back. And what I love about it is you care about your technician. This thing is even air conditioned.
We don't mess around, man. I'll tell you what. We went to Sturgis this year, and I was, explaining a little bit earlier about my bike and kind of development and stuff. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, man. You're trying to, break stuff or anything like that. And I don't mean it like that. But we run these things overly hard. And we've made these things so much better and so much stronger that when these guys buy these super high-end bikes with monster horsepower and their wife's on the back, they know they're not going to break, and there's no safety issues. Everything is wonderful on them.
Right. This isn't a trailer queen. This is something you can get on and ride to Sturgis. I can ride that thing home to California.
I get it all the time, man. These people say, you guys haul your bikes. I'm like, well, they're 120,000, 140. They range, I tell people, they range from $85,000 to about 160 grand. And the paint work on them is like $15,000 or $20,000 in general. So if you want to ride your bike and blow your paint job off to Sturgis, go right ahead. But we typically don't do that. So that's just kind of a, but you can. I'm telling you, you can get on that the bike I call Godzilla, which is my dad's. It's a brand new 148-inch T-Man performance motor. And I can get on it with the camera guy following me. I'll drive that thing all the way to California and back and not have a problem. So they're super reliable, but it all goes back to all that developmental work and taking care of the customer of this deal.
So do you offer the clear paint protection to protect that paint?
Well, we don't put them on a lot, but in all honesty, I've got a bike that left my shop. I've got so many motorcycles coming down here that I've got a shipper that's bringing like 5 or 6 more for me. But I've got one that's coming here that's an amazing bike, and it has all that protective film on it. Because we used to run all that stuff. We call it nose guard, and we used to run it all on the front of our NASCAR stuff. So we have done it. It looks good. It looks really good. It's kind of hard to get the curvature of it around the front part of the fuel tank, but that's something I'm steering into, for sure.
Awesome, Stephen. Well, if there's one last thing, are you good to go?
Well, I'm just excited to be here. Excited for you guys to interview me. It's really cool. You guys build a great product too. We've got an ST conversion, I guess you'd say, that's going on in our shop to make it a lowrider S to an ST. So we got the fairing and all that stuff. I wanted to have it done for here, but man, your guys' products are just phenomenal, and I honestly damn mean that. A lot of people are biased about certain things, but if it fits and it's a good product, I'll back it and support it and use it all day long. So pretty cool.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it. Honor to meet you, man.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Hi, this is Jessica with Advanblack. I'm here with Steve, the owner of Southern Country Customs. Hi, Steve.
How you doing?
I'm good.
So it's really cool because I always talk to you there on the telephone.
Yes.
So it's good to put a face and a name together here. So
Thank
good
you,
to meet you.
Same. Good to meet you too. So tell us about this bike.
Well, a lot of we use a lot of your products, but the main thing we use heavily are your 8-inch speaker lids. There's a lot of people in the industry that make a really heavy lid that's not repetitively fit correctly. The Advanblack 8-inch lid holds our 25 or 35 millimeter tweeter perfectly, along with really 8-inch any 8-inch coaxial speaker, and I love it, man. The fit and finish of them's great. They got these cool character lines that come down the back and they open, they shut nice, great fit and fitted, and we use them on pretty much all our bikes. As you can see, we've got there's like 10 of them behind us, and that's what that's a really good product for sure.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Well, I'm glad you came by to see us. I hope you enjoy your bike week.
We will.
All right.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we're here with the legend, Rusty Wallace. We are so thankful to have the opportunity to meet you today, but also we want to hear a little bit about how did you get on two wheels?
I tell you, I started going to Sturgis about 19 years ago. Our president of NASCAR, Mike Helton, had invited all of us to come out there. He took me and Tony Stewart, Dale Jr., just a bunch of our NASCAR guys. That was 19 years ago, and I got hooked when I went there. Well, then Mike quit going, and he kind of put me in charge, and so I've been going now for 19 years, and we got really excited about, I would build a new bike every time I went to Sturgis, and people started liking our bikes that we were building. So we decided to start Southern Country Customs, and we've been doing this now for about 5 years. But Steven and his guys really run this whole thing. Him and I we're 50-50 owners of it, but I let him operate the whole deal, and he's just building some beautiful bikes right now.
Stephen is doing a great job. We're super thankful for the interview he did. We get to add this to our YouTube channel. But Rusty Wallace, as far as Harley's concerned, what is your favorite bike?
Oh, my favorite bike is probably the Road Glide. I mean, but it's just not standard Road Glides. We built a new one for Bike Week down here in Daytona, and we just finished it, and it's called Godzilla. And Godzilla's got the first ever 148 S&S style engine in it. Makes about 182 horsepower. It's a real powerful bike. It's got all our own exhaust, our own custom fairing in the front of it. Really cool paint by Rolling Art out of Scottsdale, Arizona. All carbon fiber wheels. It's a real masterpiece, and it's fast as hell, I'll tell you that.
I didn't think you'd own anything that wasn't fast.
Oh,
Rusty.
it's really, really fast. And what's cool about it, it's got 2-inch extended swing arms in the back of it. It's got, like I say, all the carbon fiber wheels, but it's got big audio. So it's not like the big audio, but it's pretty big audio. And the bike, we had it the other day about 132 mile an hour, and it's just still stable as hell. And so usually when you build these big audio bikes, they're all over the place, for handling. But this one's not. This thing is very stable, and so I'm really proud how it turned out.
So you can actually hear the audio at 132 miles an hour?
You can. At that speed and that RPM, it gets up to a tone where it's just so cool sounding, but it gets almost quiet, and that big audio sounds good too.
That's awesome. And of course, this was done on a test track. Of course, police, this was not done on a highway, of course.
It wasn't done on Interstate 77 in North Carolina. No, it wasn't.
Awesome. So, a little bit about you, Rusty. I mean, for those people that don't know who Rusty Wallace is, I believe, was it 1980 was maybe your first race?
Well, my very first race was 1980, and summing up my career, when my whole entire career in NASCAR, I won 55 races, put me in the Hall of Fame in 2013, and I just had a great career. It's been really good, and Roger Penske was my partner, and taught me a lot about business. We got 9 car dealerships right now we operate. And that was all from Penske. But no, that was my career, so winning the championship in '89 and then the wins. And now I'm still involved in NASCAR doing radio. I do a lot of radio for the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR. But my love and passion is the bikes. Having a really, really good time with them right now.
We're so glad to have you. I'm an Indiana boy. I just moved to California, so when I realized what the connection was, I was like, man, if Rusty would show up. Steven was great as well, but my goodness, to meet you, Rusty.
Well, thank you very much. I just rolled up a little while ago. We're going to be here for like 10 days.
Okay.
And through the whole bike week, and customers are liking what we're doing. We got the first ever 2024 Shark Nose Road Glide we just finished. I know you'll probably walk around a little bit and see them, but we got some brand new trick stuff here.
It is. You guys are doing a great job, and we just want to congratulate.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for the interview.
Appreciate it.